check, check. Julianne, Julianne, Julianne. I don't know if anybody will ever hear this, but this is my computer. It's a Core i5 7600, and I took a note from the OC Genie, and I took the voltage to 1.32 on the core, and I was able to get a stable 4.8 gigahertz. I've only got 8 gigs of RAM. I'm at 3000 megahertz with the XMP profile that's already in the motherboard, and then I used Afterburner, and I think I've got like a 102 overclock on the GPU and a 320 or so megahertz overclock on the memory, and the fan speed is constant at 85%. I found a huge benefit to turning the max power in Afterburner up to, I think, like 110%. For one reason or another, well, it makes a lot of sense to me. Just driving power to support that overclock seemed to have made a huge difference. Previously, I loaded the overclock for the CPU just through the motherboard, and I tried to overclock the multiplier, and it didn't get me very far. So I turned it off. I set the voltage where I set it, and now I'm at a really stable 4.8. And this is on a Hyper 212 Evo, not an Evo, sorry, Hyper 212 LED. And come to find out, I think the only difference is that the heat pipes, the copper heat pipes on the bottom, are not spread. So if you look at the bottom of the actual heatsink, as opposed to having copper pipe, aluminum, copper pipe, aluminum, copper pipe, aluminum on the Evo, you would have all the copper pipes together. I haven't seen a huge difference from what I've seen online that it really makes much of a difference at all. I run the little fan on there, the 140 at max all the time, and as you can see, my CPU temps are pretty good. My best score so far, I think, is like a 6100 or 6112, which is about as good as it's gonna get. My buddy has a 7700K, and he gets about that score without overclocking on the same GPU. So basically, it took me a whole lot of work just to get to having a stock 1070 with a 7700, but whatever, that's part of the fun, I guess. This is where I would always crash out on my old CPU overclock, but as you can see, the temps are, I mean, pretty healthy. And I've already run it a couple times. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work just fine. Not exactly a thread ripper, but it'll get it done. And what we got? Oof, that's weird. It just randomly dropped 200 points. Not really sure what to attribute that to. Let's look at Afterburner real quick. Yeah, I'm on that same preset. Well, anyway, if anybody sees this video, thanks for watching. I love you very much. Go ahead and turn this off now. Oh, that's not the right place. There we go. Alright, everybody.